The other day I bought a HyperX Alloy Origins, and after 6 or 7 days on free shipping, it arrived at my door. I've been using it for past 1 or 2 days, and I figured I'd give a little review on it to help anyone out who's looking to purchase something from HyperX. Since the sound of the keys clacking seems to be a big thing in the mechanical keyboard community, here's a sound test. This may be an issue to people who get the red linear switches in terms of blue and that kind of color lighting. What it does is it makes the blue look almost purple because you can see the switches underneath. You can see it in this footage here that it kind of looks like it has a pink underneath it. This may be an issue to some people. I personally don't really mind it, but keep it in mind when you buy it. It doesn't look that purple in real life. You can still see the blue. It just kind of looks like it has a red or a pink underneath. It kind of flows out into the light, but only a little. Now to the switches. Personally, I like the HyperX red linear switches. I haven't tried any of the other HyperX switches, but this one's pretty good. It goes down buttery smooth. The sound is very nice, and it's just really easy to press down on. You don't have to fight the key to go down. It's very nice for gaming and typing and office work and whatever you may be doing with it. It's crap, I can think of anything. It's pretty much it. It goes down real smooth. It's nice to press. And I haven't really tried that many switches. It's my first mechanical keyboard, but I really like this one. This is HyperX NGENUITY, the program you'll be using to control your lighting for your keyboard and mouse and whatever you have that may have lighting connected to HyperX. I'm going to skeet on over to the keyboard because I'll save the mouse for a different time. Here you can see your keyboard. Here I just have the basic rainbow preset that's you get when you plug it up. It's just how it is. The rainbow one is my third preset. The water one, which is my personal favorite so far, is my second, and my pink and blue one is my first preset. Now, if you go over here, you can add effects, and you can remove them and do all this fun stuff like that. I think all of these can be comparable to Razer Synapse, because they're very similar. Like breathing, Razer has. Confetti, Razer kind of has. Confetti's pretty sweet though. I like it. Twilight, Razer also has. The sun. So sadly, for some of these, you can't change the colors, like Twilight. Like Twilight, you can't change the colors of this. On Sun, you can't change the colors of this. You can't change the colors of the confetti either, and I think that's not very efficient, but you can change the colors of Breathing, Swipe, Solid, and Wave. Wave seems to be the best one so far. It just kind of goes along. There's different triggered effects you can use. They're basically the reaction kind of thing that Razer has, where if you just click it, it just comes up. There's 3 different kinds of those effects. There's a fade. I'm not sure if it'll let me show you, but there's a fade. There's a weird fire one where it kind of comes up like in this direction from where you do it, and there is a other explosion one that's kind of like a raindrop ripple across. Then if you go over here to the keys section, you can assign each and every key on your keyboard to a different thing. Like if for whatever reason, if I wanted, hypothetically, for the sake of the argument, if I wanted F to be, say, my screenshot button for whatever, I would go to macro and I would add the macro for that. There's a lot of different rebindings and mouse functions, and you can just straight up disable them if you like. But it's pretty cool. It's very efficient. Like for my mouse, I have buttons set to a macro for the screenshot. It's very efficient if you need it. There's also brightness where you can change. I should probably go to the lights for this. There's also brightness in which you can change the brightness of your keyboard. It's very cool if you want it to be a bit darker. Then there's game mode. I personally don't use game mode, but some people do. If you turn it on, it disables, to my knowledge, it disables all Windows key shortcuts. You can also block Alt-Tab, Alt-F4, Shift-Tab, and Control-Escape. I don't really have a use for this, but if you're really clumsy and for whatever reason just hit the Windows key when you're playing something, that's for you. That should be it for NGENUITY. There's not really that many features compared to Razer Synapse, but then again, Razer's products, in terms of their hardware, is really not the direction to go in. I do not recommend it. Overall, the keyboard is pretty good. The switches go down smooth. The switches go down fast. The keycaps look pretty nice, though from what I've heard, they aren't the regular size. I don't know if that's true or not, but from videos that I've seen, the keycaps are slightly larger than normal keycaps. So if you plan on replacing the keycaps at all, I would keep that in mind, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. The lighting program is nothing compared to Razer Synapse, but it has its own perks. You can save presets pretty easily. You can attach different photos to different presets so you don't have to look at the name to know what they are, though that's not a very necessary feature. You can't really change the colors and customize too much on the lighting, but it's still pretty good. I still like it. It's just not as good as it could be. That pretty much sums it up for the HyperX Alloy Origins. I may or may not do a review on my HyperX Pulsefire Raid at a later date, but for right now, that's it for the HyperX Alloy Origins. Thanks for watching.